When thinking about punishment, you will want to start off using these 5 basic steps. First, select the behavior you frequently punish and would like to decrease. 2, think about what is the positive opposite of that behavior. 3, reward that positive opposite as often as you can. 4, use only mild and brief punishments when you have to. And 5, make sure that you are rewarding the positive opposite more than you are punishing the negative behavior. But what are some of the other ways to think about punishment? What are some other tools in our toolkit that you can use to develop a behavior change program? In light of what we have discussed, how would you guide a fellow parent if they came to you asking for help with a problem? You are the consultant now and will help them change their child's behavior. So here's what this other parent says to you. They come to you and say, I have an 8-year-old daughter named Ariel who keeps picking on her 6-year-old sister. She teases her younger sister about her hair, how she dresses, how she drops spoons and forks sometimes when she eats dinner. The list goes on. I sort of scream at Ariel and I'm on the brink of hitting her to get her to stop teasing. I have explained why her actions are wrong until I'm blue in the face, and that has not worked either. My 6-year-old sometimes bursts out into tears when she is teased by Ariel. What should I do? Okay, now it's your turn to respond. How will you guide the mom or dad here? Give concrete recommendations of what to do. What would you say to the parent? Maybe pause the video here to write down what your advice would be. Okay, let's go over what you recommended. Here are some of the possible responses you could have written down. First, ideally, you focused on positive opposites and recommended that as an option. That would be using special praise when the older daughter speaks nicely to her younger sister and does not tease. Second, you might have switched the punishment from screaming at Ariel to brief timeout or the brief loss of a privilege or activity. Third, you might have drawn on past lessons in this course and recommended the use of simulations to have Ariel practice speaking nicely rather than teasing in an artificial game-like situation. Fourth, another way to incorporate other techniques would be to use positive setting events and prompts, such as a playful challenge when the girls are going to be together, to increase the likelihood that Ariel would not tease. For example, right before dinner, the mom or dad could chat quietly with Ariel and say that this is a big girl challenge for her. Let us see if you can make it all the way through dinner without teasing your sister. The parent might say to Ariel that she should try to do this, but it may be too hard for an 8-year-old to do that. That positive setting event, by saying it may be too hard and giving the challenge in a playful way, would make it extremely likely that Ariel would not tease her sister during dinner. The parent could praise Ariel privately after dinner. If she made it part of the way through, that would be good shaping to still praise that, or super praise for making it all the way through dinner. 2 or 3 dinners like this with the mom or dad praising afterwards would be huge in getting rid of teasing. Remember, our programs are temporary, so this would not be to be continued for very long. As you can see from all the options I noted, there is no one right answer because the tools can be configured in many ways. For example, I did not mention the use of point programs, and that too would be great for Ariel. Ariel could get points for not teasing when she and her sister were together. But the simple and most important point is that whenever punishment comes to mind as something you're going to do, rethink the intervention. How can you convert this to a positive reinforcement program in which praise, attending, or points are used to develop the positive opposite behavior? Remember, without the positive part, punishment is not likely to have any impact and achieve the changes you wish. If you wish to add mild and brief punishment, that is fine, but the program is mainly about positive opposites.